Do you ever feel like you're playing color whack-a-mole every time you start a new design project? Adjusting hex codes across multiple artboards just to maintain some consistency. Well, those days are over. In this video, I'll be showing you how to leverage the superpower of Figma variables to build a reusable dynamic color palette that adapts to any design mode. No more color chaos. So, what exactly are variables? Variables in Figma Design store reusable values that can be applied to all kinds of design properties and prototyping actions. They help save time and effort when building designs, managing design systems, and creating complex prototyping flows. Now, you might be wondering, why use variables when we already have styles? Styles are fantastic for storing multiple design values like gradients or shadows. However, variables are your go-to for individual design values. Think hex codes, color names, spacing, and more. Using variables means never having to copy and paste hex codes again, quickly updating colors across multiple artboards, switching seamlessly between light and dark modes, and creating adaptive designs for any screen size. Let's dive in and see how we can put variables to work. To access variables, make sure nothing is selected on your file. Over on the right sidebar, you'll find the variable icons. By clicking on that, you can see your variables. Now, here's where the magic happens. You can create variables in 4 different types: color, number, string, and Boolean. Over on the left sidebar, you'll see your collection name. By clicking on it, you can explore the options you have, creating a new collection, renaming the current collection, and delete collection. Let's rename our first collection to primitives. We want to use this primitives collection to represent all of the colors that can possibly be used in our design system. Click on Create Variable and select Color Type. In our variable panel, we have 3 columns. The first one is for the name, the second for the value, and the third offers options like writing a description or hiding from publishing. I already decide on my colors, so I just want to add them one by one. For our first color, let's name it color /blue-gray /900 and add the value. Now, take a look at the left sidebar. You'll notice 2 groups are made. There are different ways to add colors to these groups. You can write the full name just like we did for our first color. Alternatively, you can click on the group name in the left panel and add your colors there. Let's click on Blue-Gray's End. Click on Create Variable this time. We'll name it 800. Let's go ahead and add all the colors in this palette. And there you have it. We've wrapped up our primitives collection, and now we have all the colors we need for our design system. There is just a little point left. We need to hide this collection from publishing. This way, the design team won't accidentally change them or pass them on to developers. Now, there are 2 ways to do this. You could go the traditional route and check the Hide from Publishing box for every single color, but that can be time-consuming. Instead, let's opt for the smarter way. Just add an underscore OZU at the beginning of the collection name. Click on Name and rename the collection. By doing this, you're taking a shortcut to maintaining control while saving valuable time. And now, let's move forward. Now it's time to create our color palette for both light and dark mode. Let's create a new collection and name it Color Palette. We use this collection for the components within your design system and by your design team every day. In this collection, let's change the value column to light and click on the plus on the 3rd column and name it dark. Let's start with our brand colors. Name the first color brand/primary. For set value, choose the library. It's important that you don't use hex values. Instead, link the base colors to form an alias between the color token and the base color. And search for blue 600. The both value in light and dark for our brand colors is the same, so let's add the same value to the dark. Next, we have our secondary color that we can drag it to our brand group. We'll set the value to orange 600 for the light mode. Just like our primary brand color, the dark column gets the same value. Now it's time to add our background colors. First, the primary background to blue-gray 50 for the light mode, gray 900 for the dark mode. For our secondary background color, let's set blue-gray 100 for the light mode and gray 800 for the dark mode. Moving on to text colors, we have our primary text color for headlines. For light mode, we'll use blue-gray 900, and for dark mode, blue-gray 50. Subtitles, represented by secondary text, pick the value blue-gray 500 for both light and dark modes. Let's not forget our accent text color for links and other elements. We'll name it accent, set it to blue 600 in both light and dark modes. We'll also need colors for validation, dividers, and more. So let's complete our color palette. And now we're ready to move forward to test our palette on designs. We'll start by creating a frame and applying the primary background color to it. You'll notice an icon appearing here. Click on it to see the modes of this layer. By default, it's on light mode, so go ahead and change it to dark. You'll see the background color change to blue-gray 900 that we set for our background in dark mode. Let's go ahead and complete our design and check how it looks in both light and dark modes. All right. I created two sections and set the color palette of one of them light and the other one dark. Let's make a duplicate from the design on the light and move it to the dark section. Congrats! As you see, everything changed successfully. We've now mastered using Figma variables to build adaptive color palettes. The world of variables has so much more to offer beyond colors too. Text, effects, layouts, you name it. So start leveraging variables in your next Figma project. Your future design self will thank you. I've put together a Figma file with a variables collection you can download to get started with your own color system. You'll find the link in the video description below. Feel free to use it as a starting point for your own projects. Hit subscribe and let me know in the comments what you want to see in future videos. Stay creative